Are you considering making the move to Sanford, Florida, but you still have a lot to learn? Well, stick around because I'm going to take you on a map tour of Sanford, Florida, and see different attractions, different areas and neighborhoods, and really try to give you a feel from a Google Maps standpoint of what to expect here in Sanford, Florida. Stick around, we're going to get into it right now. Hi, my name is Stephanie and I'm a local realtor here in Central Florida, and I get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you looking to make the move to Central Florida. And I love it. My family and I personally made the move to Central Florida a few years ago and we couldn't be happier. We own property in Sanford, Florida and live right next door in Lake Mary, Florida, and we just love this location. So I really wanted to take the time to set up a map tour for you if you are considering making the move and see what is so appealing about this town here in Central Florida. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out. My information is in the description below, and I'd love to connect with you to see if I can support you on your home search journey here in Central Florida. And if you do find value in this, be sure to click subscribe and tap the bell for notifications to stay in tune on everything there is to know about living here in Central Florida. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so here we have Sanford, Florida, which is located just north of Orlando. And it is in a great location in Seminole County. It lies right along Lake Monroe, which actually connects to the St. Johns River and out to the ocean. So it's a great access point if you like boating, seeing the natural springs. There's just a lot to offer right there. And Sanford is also a wonderful location because it's very up and coming. The downtown is being revitalized, which I'll show you in a second. Tons of new construction. And it is, again, in Seminole County, which is highly rated for schools and for families especially. And it's a short drive to the Orlando International Airport. It also has its own airport and the auto train as well. And it's a short drive to the beach if you go out to New Smyrna Beach. And it's also a short drive to downtown Orlando and Disney and the attractions. So it really is a wonderful location. So I have gone and pinned a few different points here in Sanford. We're a little bit more zoomed in now, that I think would be of interest to you. And as we sort of go through, I'll talk about each, and I'll also include some videos and clips to see what it looks like in those locations. So we're going to first start off in our historic downtown Sanford, which lies right here on Lake Monroe. So as you can see, we'll zoom in. It's a couple blocks right off the lake, and along the lake you have the River Walk as well, which I'll talk about in a second. But in historic downtown Sanford, they're putting a lot of money into revitalizing. There's a ton of restaurants and little boutique shops opening up. You can have dinner at a jailhouse. You can have dinner at a very popular German restaurant called Hollerbox. There's just a lot of money right now going into this historic town to revitalize it, and it shows. And anywhere around this area, you can find homes. So if you like being in walking distance and not needing to take a car to the coffee shops or restaurants, this is definitely a great location to look into. So right around the historic downtown Sanford, which is on the northern end of Sanford, you will find those types of homes. They are a little bit older homes. You may find some that have been renovated, but that's generally what you can expect here in the town, in the downtown area. Now, outside of the downtown area, we're going to continue to one of the popular parks and playgrounds. And that is also located just a few minutes really from the downtown area. So Fort Mellon Park, you can walk over there if you'd like. Again, it's right along Lake Monroe. This has splash pads, playgrounds, basketball courts. You can rent pavilions there, have birthday parties or picnics or cookouts. They do festivals and food truck festivals, Easter egg hunts at Easter, tons of different events throughout the year here. And it's another very popular location here in Sanford. So if you do end up purchasing a home here, you will likely visit Fort Mellon Park quite often. Okay, next we have, if we go to the left, more toward the northwest side, we also have our Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Garden. So the nice part about Sanford is it has not only transportation, it also has recreation. You have the lake, which connects you, like I mentioned before, to St. Johns River, can take you out to the intercoastal. And you also have, when you're traveling along from this lake through St. Johns River, all of the natural springs that you can stop in. So there's a ton available here. One of the benefits being here in Sanford is it also has its own zoo. So the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens, it offers a plethora of different events. They have Boo at the Zoo at Halloween. They have Chinese lantern festivals. It's a great way for the kids to get out, see some animals, partake in whatever is being offered at that time of year. They have a little train that you can ride on, and they have adventure parks. You can climb, ropes and ladders up in the trees. So it really is a great activity to do, especially if you have younger ones or even teenagers. And there's a splash pad there as well. So it's a very popular attraction here right in Sanford. Okay, next we will actually, since we're here, we're going to take a look at, there are, again, new construction being built all throughout Sanford. One is right along the Riverwalk here. So as you go along Lake Monroe, there is a walkway, and it is called the Riverwalk. And there are different townhomes that are being built along that Riverwalk as well. And Beezer Homes is one of them. Bella Vista Homes has another right on River's Edge. So if you are looking to be near the water and have that accessibility, you can definitely take a look at that. But right here, Beezer Homes, these are townhomes here at Riverwalk. And again, if you want to check out any new construction happening here in Sanford, definitely check out my other video. Again, I'll link it below so you can take a look and see what's available at different price points here in Sanford, Florida. Okay, now we're going to make our way toward the center of Sanford, and that will take us to two main attractions here, two main points of interest, I should say. One is our Sanford Auto Train. So this auto train runs from Lorton, Virginia. If you'd like information on this, I've also done a video on this auto train. We've traveled it down from Lorton, Virginia to Sanford, and it's an overnight train. It departs around 5 p.m. and you end up in your alternate location, either Virginia or Florida, around 10 a.m. the next morning. You can take a car. It's just a convenient way to travel, especially if you want to bring your own vehicle. And that's located right here in Central Florida in Sanford. So you can hop on off and then drive to wherever your location might be. But it's convenient if you have friends, family coming from the Northeast that want to visit. It's definitely great that that's right there in Sanford. Next, we have our own airport here in Sanford. It's a smaller airport. Allegiant Airlines generally is the main airline that runs out of this airport, but it is an international airport, and they do have flights coming in and out all throughout the day. Not a ton overnight, but definitely throughout the day you will see the Allegiant Airline planes. They also have the air show here in Sanford in October, which is wonderful. And that's again located right here, sort of in the middle of Sanford as well. Now, along the edges of the airport around, you also have more new construction homes that are being built. So along East Lake Mary Boulevard, there is the D.R. Horton single family residence community. So if you're in a price range about $500,000, a little less even, you can get a brand new home built in this community. And if you continue to travel further out, you will also find there's a beautiful community built by MI Homes known as Cadence Park. So if we go a little bit further south and slightly west, Cadence Park, beautiful new construction homes. You're looking around $700,000 to $800,000 for these. And it really is very close to Lake Mary. So if you were maybe commuting or working in Lake Mary, it's a nice location, because in Lake Mary, you really don't find many new construction homes because there's really not a lot of land left. So if you are looking for a new construction but want to be close to Lake Mary, this is definitely a great neighborhood to look in. So, and MI is a beautiful builder, very great quality, highly recommend. Okay, next we will make our way to, let's see here, I guess what will be left are two main other areas that I wanted to touch on. One is our Seminole Town Center. So this is basically like the mall of Sanford and really for Lake Mary. This mall is not very active, unfortunately. However, you will find a Dillard's, you will find an Elevate sports complex. There's a My Little Town for Kids there. There's an Altitudes trampoline park not too far away from here. And there are many chain restaurants. So if you're looking for things like Olive Garden, Longhorn, Bahama Breeze, Red Robin, Cheddar's, you're going to find them all in this vicinity. You'll also find a Super Target here. And this is really where you'll find your big box chain stores and restaurants. So just something to consider there. The last area that I want to touch on in Sanford is actually, if you zoom out, you will see Sanford lies right on the cusp of Lake Mary and Heathrow. And the area right behind the Heathrow area here, where Sanford sort of juts out, maybe it'll be better on this map if I show you over here, you will see there are beautiful, beautiful homes here. So if you're looking for larger land property lots, if you're looking for more of a secluded type of atmosphere, this is a great area to explore and possibly look into. If you're looking, you will find mostly resale homes at this point here in this area, but there are custom builders. I know Conkle Home Builders, if you purchase the land, they will build custom homes for you, but you will find beautiful homes. It very much resembles Lake Mary at that point in this upper northwestern corner. So that is a pretty detailed overview. I know a lot of times I encourage my clients to do their research. As a realtor, I'm not allowed to speak on schools and safety, which I know are things that are so important when you're looking to make the move. But I always encourage people to, if possible, visit the area because you will really get a feel for what it is and what it isn't. And sometimes you don't always get the big picture just from reading reviews. And that's where I come in as your realtor. I'm happy to kind of do video walkthroughs with you, really give you a true feel for what the community is like. And I hope these videos help to do that as well. But you will also find that Sanford lies right along 417, which is a major highway that drives you right into Orlando International Airport. So in about 35 to 40-minute drive, you can be right in Orlando International Airport as well. And not too far off from Disney from that location. It's not far from 4. You would jump on 4, and with the expressway, it definitely helps to bypass some traffic. But overall, this is a great area if you are looking to be in a northern suburb in Seminole County. Maybe you don't want the Lake Mary price point, but you want to be close by. And that's definitely what Sanford is providing. And again, it's very up and coming. New Publix are being built, new restaurants, Wawas. There's so much that's happening right now in Sanford. And again, it's a great place to really look into and explore. And if I can help you in any way in your home search, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to connect with you, no pressure, of course, and help see if I can help you find the perfect fit here in Sanford, Florida, or in Central Florida in general. Also, there is a ton of new construction happening in Sanford. So Sanford is rich with history, and it's also really up and coming. There's a lot of renovations taking place and downtown being revitalized and a lot of new construction happening. So if you are interested in a new construction property, be sure to check out my video in the link below, because I'm going to give you a quick overview of a few different communities that are being built currently here in Central Florida, specifically in Sanford, Florida. Just a quick note, if you are looking for a general overview of Sanford, Florida, be sure to check out my other video. I'll link in the description below of Sanford, Florida, and you can kind of get a gauge of what this beautiful historic town has to offer. So I hope you found value in that map tour, and if you did, please, again, feel free to click subscribe and tap the bell for notifications to stay in tune on everything there is to know about living here in Central Florida. And if you have questions and would like to connect or take a look at different properties here in Sanford, Florida, or Central Florida in general, be sure to reach out. My contact information is in the description below, and I have a link you can click to actually get a free relocation guide focused here on northern Central Florida. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.